Hello, hi, it's Liz here, and today I'm just going to show you a flip through of what I've done in my Get Messy May. So it's hashtag Get Messy May on Instagram, and I have completed right up to number 25, I think. Yes, number 25, Bloom. I think I already showed just the first couple. I've shown you up to Adventure. So we're doing number 5 all the way to 25 because I've had this little book out on my desk, and because it's Messy May, it doesn't take a huge amount of time each day, and while I've been off on holiday, I have just lifted up the little book and done completed a couple of days and managed to get it up to date. So let's have a flip through. So we've already seen Adventure Awaits. So number 5, Courage. Courage to break the rules. That's what I thought of for courage. Courage to break the rules. I'll not speak a huge amount about each page because some of it's quite it's not obvious from the prompt, but in the same hand it's what's been in my head, so it's sometimes hard to describe. So number 6 is Freedom, so that's kind of self-explanatory. Free to fly. Number 7, Cultivation, and I've got Cultivate Kindness for that page. And number 8 is Mess. So I have my mess one here. It's okay to make mistakes. And then after Mess, it's Spark. And I have Spark with this girl at a typewriter, at a laptop, a typewriter. And sometimes that's what gives you the spark. If you look on Pinterest or Instagram or any of the Facebook groups, something maybe on something that a project someone else has done sparks a little bit of something for you to make it your own. So not a copy, although, you know, perfectly happy for people to copy things if it helps, but people, I think, like to add their own spark to things. So that was my thinking behind that one. Although you can look at things online, to add a little bit of your own artistic license to it, then that's always good. The next one is Connection. So I have a photograph here, Connection to the Past through old photos and handwriting. And this is actually my mum in the middle there, my aunt Susan, and my mum's cousin Dorothy, and it's got my mum's handwriting on the back, and it says Susan, myself and Dorothy, July 1949. So that's a connection to the past, and I recognise this house as my gran and grandpa's house. And that's my mum's handwriting. I always thought she had beautiful handwriting, and you can see that she does. So that's a connection to the past. And I put these roses here. My mum loved roses, especially tea roses. She had them in her bouquet when she got married. So this is Imperfection. Imperfectly perfect. And 12 is Habit, and I've got Habit. Make art every day, even if it's just a butterfly on a page, and I've just doodled that on there. Make art every day, just a butterfly on a page is enough. And number 13 is Home. And here we have home, a little bit of a cliched home, we don't really all walk about in kilts and look at thistles and climb the mountains and wear tartan, but that's, I think, what maybe people think of when they think of home. Or when they think of this home. Kindness. I thought that was quite appropriate for kindness. Let's be kind to the animals. My mum always used to say, my late mum always used to say, if someone wasn't kind to animals, then they shouldn't be trusted. Don't trust anyone that didn't like animals. That was what she used to say. Number 15 is flow, and I've got a double one here. Surrender to the flow of the universe. That's just a magazine clipping stuck in that page. And 16 is belonging. Belonging, loving every minute. Just a little bit arty. It's good to belong to this junky arty family online. That's for sure. And number 17 is yes. Just the word yes. So for yes, I've got nothing is impossible, because, well, maybe that's just saying yes to everything, because nothing is impossible. I like this one. In fact, I like these two. These two are my favourites. Yep. And 18 is documenting, because we mustn't forget that for our journals, although we collage in our journals and we do junk journaling, it's also good to write in your journal and record some things, stick in some things that have happened, some receipts or some things that you get, just as a reminder. So that's my what's that? Documenting, yes. Just documenting the recent local elections. And number 19 is less. Well, it started out trying to be less, and I just stamped this bird cage and it didn't really work, and then so I tried to sort it with some stickers and that didn't really work, and then I put some stenciling and some paste on it, and it just ended up really more is less, less is more. Less is more, certainly not less. Nature for this one. This one's this way, some dried flowers, some washi and a little bit of messiness around the edge. This one is super messy, and this is words, and so I stenciled the texture paste. Can you see the texture? Maybe. So I texture pasted words with some white texture paste, and then just squirted some ink, and then added some water and let it do its thing. It's properly messy. Then afterwards it's love, and love is nice and messy. I do quite like this one as well. And these are Holtz Snippets. By the light of the moon, thinking of earlier days, every detail of their journey a memory to hold. I quite like those stickers. Wait till I get them. They're just handy because I had them out. I quite like that you can make up like a kind of sensible little hint at a story just by trying to find ones that go with each other. Like that, the storyteller, nice girl from good home. I think those two go together because the storyteller is a nice girl from a good home. So I quite like joining them up. It can take a wee while though to find ones that match. But they don't need to, you could just add them one at a time. And this is just a little inked up canvas heart. So that's love. And then 23 is contrast. and I just wanted to add some texture as a contrast. And then I tried to sew, tried, and it went a bit squeegee, but it's Messy May, so that doesn't matter. Just a contrast of 3 different fabrics. Then magic. Magic, leftover pieces make perfect art. So these are pieces from the paper. That's the lawnmower from the park. Can you hear that? Oh my goodness, we have a park at the back of the house, and they come and they cut the grass right up to the edge of the gate of the fence. Sorry about that. Magic, leftover pieces. So these are pieces I have cut from the brown paper that I use behind my projects to catch any drips, excess paint and whatnot. And I thought it was magic that they then become pieces themselves. What starts as just like where you're dumping your extra paint and ink and starts to become art in itself, and it just struck me as that was magic. And the last one I have today is Bloom. And I'm not sure about this, but anyway, it's done and it's messy. So that's stamped. It's a sponge stamp, that big daisy, and then I just used a fine liner pen to go around the edges. Then I doodled in the middle, and I really didn't like the doodle, so I just cut some random circles for the middle, and then I just stuck some stickers over the top. So that's us. That's it up to date. I hope you've enjoyed my little flip through. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days to go, and then so it's chunking up quite nicely. Okay, I'm going to go. Thanks for joining me. If you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be great, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.